Alyssa
and Genesis here,
and you're listening to
Lower Your Voice.
All right, we can finally get started now.
I know. I'm so excited.
Just to inform you guys, we've been sitting around for about an hour trying to not talk.
Yeah, like, I've been wanting to tell you so many things. I'm like, no. I'm not going to talk about it until the podcast.
Right.
I was emailing you at like 9 o'clock at night, like topics.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Okay, 9:30 at night, I get an email. It says, topics to discuss on podcast is the subject. The body says poop.
I was at my friend's house and we're talking about it. We're just like, what are we going to talk about? And my friend turns to me and is like, well, have you figured out like your whole like poop situation? I'm like, nobody talks about it. And I'm like, no, I haven't figured it out. Maybe somebody listening has the answer. I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
So you're saying that we're going to have a podcast about trash talk and medical mysteries.
Medical mystery. I'm a medical miracle.
I'm a fan. You know, this podcast is just going to turn into a bunch of things, but let's talk about that a little bit, okay?
Yes.
How we decided to start the podcast.
Okay, so Alyssa invites us over for a girls' night, and we were watching another podcast. And we had so much fun, and we're watching them do this banter, and I'm driving home, and I'm like, man, I could totally do this. I feel like I could do this. And the next few nights, I had dreams about you. Ooh. And you were the one I was doing a podcast with, and we were having such a good time. And that was on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, or it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And by Saturday, we were designing logos in your kitchen.
But you know what? The reason why is because every time that we hang out, like the banter and the conversation that we do, like it's gold.
Top notch.
I know this. We know this. So, like, why not share it with other people?
Right. I think that we vibe well together. We can kind of, take ideas and turn them into something that not a lot of people can do. And stories, our storytelling.
Stories for days, yeah.
You're the youngest, right? Are you the youngest out of your siblings?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I was like, what do you mean, out of the two of us? I'm like, we're the same age.
No, for siblings.
Yes.
I think that's, we strive for attention.
Probably. Mm-hmm. And the Latina thing. There's a lot of things going on.
Yes. And actually, the Latina thing. So the title, Lower Your Voice.
Yes.
I came up with at Friday night before we were supposed to meet. I was looking for different podcast names and I'm doing the searches, and everything I was coming up with had other podcasts. And I was like, I need something that sets us apart. And also something that connects us. Because as much as we vibe so well together, we've also lived very different lives. Mm-hmm. But like there has to be something that connects us. And I think every time we're together, your husband tells us to lower your voice.
Oh, yes.
Or we're told that we're screaming.
All the time. Yep.
We're talking too loud.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. With Jeff, it's more of like it's either one or the other. It's, why are you screaming at me? Or he can't hear me at all. So I don't know what the volume level is supposed to be when I'm talking.
So you just come out at the gate loud as hell.
It's a Hispanic thing, and I'm pretty aware of that because growing up with 32 first cousins, mm-hmm. when you're at a family get-together, which is like basically just every single weekend, if you want to be heard, you have to talk louder than the person who's currently talking.
Oh, yeah. And there's 800 stories going on at the same time.
Exactly.
I think that's why we tell stories the way that we do.
Probably.
We go off on tangents.
You have to be the most dramatic and exciting in order to capture the room's attention.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
But anyway, that's why we chose the name. That's how we got to this day. And we're very excited to share this journey with you.
We have a lot of opinions.
Oh, so many opinions.
On everything.
Okay, I want to ask you another question, too. Just like, leading up to this day specifically, how many times did you tell yourself, or maybe I'm alone in this, oh my God, what if I forget how to have a conversation today?
Oh my God, yes.
You thought the same thing?
Yes. I was like, are we going to run out of things to talk about? And Brian was like, no, you're not going to run out of things to talk about.
I never run out of things to talk about.
You will find something to talk about. I was like thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, is it going to get awkward? Are we going to be like, hi, Alyssa?
What do we do now?
Yeah. I had moments where I was worried of like, is it going to get awkward? But then I realized that we just have to kind of treat this as a conversation that we would normally have.
You do. You got to treat it like a conversation. And honestly, that's why I was like super, super excited about you asking or like just bringing up the podcast thing in general. Because I mean, I think you and I are very similar in the sense that like we like to do things and be out there and create content. And like, I don't know. I know for me growing up, I wanted to be an actress. But just from like my adult life experience and like having to be on camera in certain times, it's like I put on this weird facade and I'm like, who is that? Yeah. Where a podcast, like I'm just talking. Yeah. I can let my personality be out there. I'm not worried about if my hair's in a certain spot or like, and especially with a friend where I can just vibe. I'm not doing my phone voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I love my phone voice. Like, I love it. This is Genesis.
Yeah.
And then I realize it's you calling me. It's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Like we don't have to worry about those things. And I think that that's a reason why so many podcasts like do so well. It's because if you have the right people in the room and you have a good connection and you know how to hold a conversation, you're good.
Yeah. Oh, we could hold the conversation for the entire room.
So I do kind of want to talk about, what we're going to talk about on the podcast moving forward. But actually, I want to start with what we don't want to talk about, what we don't want this podcast to be, because I think it's important for people to know so they can like make the decision right now. Like, okay, I'm not going to be tuning in anymore.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
We're not going to be motivational.
No motivational.
You're trash just like us.
Exactly.
Degenerates like
degenerates. Complete degenerates. Although I will say we might talk about gross things, but we will be classy while we talk about it.
Yes.
There are some other podcasts out there where, they try to talk about things, but, the ladies come off a little whorish and like that's, it's a fine line that us classy women need to toe.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think that, yes, we're going to get into like the nitty gritty and talk about some really funny stuff that nobody else is talking about. But at the same time, like if I had my coworkers listen, I wouldn't be ashamed.
Yeah. I'm going to try really hard so that my coworkers and my family are not ashamed. But, at the end of the day, I think people are our loved ones, our friends, they know who we are.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to expect anything less than what they hear.
Listen, and I'm already getting the text messages like, how can I listen?
Yeah.
What radio channel are you going to be on?
What is a podcast? How do I do it?
Yeah. So I'm already getting those text messages. So those are going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it.
But yeah, no, we're not gonna motivate you. Maybe we'll give advice if you want it.
Yeah,
let us know.
I think if advice happens, it's going to be like a natural thing.
Yes. I'm definitely going to be asking you for advice.
And mom and dad, I apologize for anything I say that you don't like. And maybe we'll talk about it afterwards.
Or that you didn't know I did and then it came up.
Sorry.
I wasn't sleeping over Samantha's house that one night in high school.
Yeah, do not judge me on anything I say because at the end of the day, you all have the same damn thoughts. We're just bold enough to say them on a microphone.
Thank you.
Amen. That's it.
I would drop the mic, but I don't think our
equipment's too faulty
can handle that.
Okay, so now we can finally talk about it because I've wanted to bitch since Genesis got here about the equipment that we purchased. Mind you, we did what any normal human being would do. We said, want to start a podcast, where do we go for equipment? Amazon. Right? Play around with a couple things. We find this setup. It's not very expensive, but expensive enough that we feel like maybe it's going to be good quality, right? And it's not bad. I mean, we got it working and, it's only getting static every couple of seconds and I just slam the thing and then, we pause and then we keep going. But don't worry, we'll cut it out. But it came with no instructions.
None.
Not a damn thing. So
it's lighting up all over the place.
Oh, it lights up like a freaking DJ booth. And It's really distracting. The lights are out of control.
Yeah. But we were like, this is what we're going to do. And we, like I said, this happened within a week. And we bought all of the equipment. I bought a new computer.
We went all out. We really did.
We're really putting all of our eggs in this basket. So we hope that we are as funny as we think we are.
I pray to God. Because I think I'm really funny. But, you never know.
I think I'm hilarious. Are you kidding me?
I think you're hilarious.
I think you're hilarious.
So I want to ask you a question. And I think I actually put it in my notes here, but it doesn't really matter because it's a natural question. So before I met you, right? Because we've been friends for a few years now.
Yeah.
Great friendship.
I love it.
Love it. Good friends. We have a good group of girls. But I knew about you before I actually met you.
Yes.
And our mutual friend, Megan.
Shout out, Megan.
She would always tell me, like, you remind me of my friend Genesis. It is so crazy. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Didn't really think anything of it.
And she would do the same thing to me. Like,
Okay,
I felt
that's
like
what
I
I
was
was
being set
saying.
up on, like, a date. Like, I know this guy, but it was like, I know this girl.
Yeah.
And you would totally get along with her. And I'm like, I'm straight, right?
But then we met.
Yes.
And I remember the first day we met, it was a little bit of a busy party, so we didn't get a time to really like connect and bond. And I'm not even sure when it happened.
I don't know when it happened either.
But I feel like when it happened, it was kind of just like instant turned on, like we were just friends.
Yeah. I think that's why we can't really like pinpoint it because it just kind of naturally happened. And the next thing you know, I was like showing up to your bridal shower.
Yeah. That's it. It just happened.
Yeah.
So I want to.
All right. What are you watching right now? Are you watching anything good?
So I actually have been really into UFO stuff recently.
Stop it.
Yeah. Are you watching any?
No, I haven't gone into UFOs. I watched one UFO thing from Unsolved Mysteries. You know me and my true crime.
Yeah.
And they snuck in a UFO into my Unsolved Mysteries.
We're like, whoa.
Whoa.
This is supposed to be about murders, not aliens.
Not abductions.
Yeah.
Okay. But they said it was unsolved. But I haven't gotten into like the UFOs thing yet, but I think they're real. I think aliens are real.
Oh, 100%.
Hot take. Aliens are real.
But it's terrifying. I just thought we would have met one by now. But, the fact that they've admitted it and that there's unidentified flying objects out there, the military doesn't know what they are, the U.S. Air Force has no clue what this shit
You
is.
think they don't know what they are?
I don't know.
Conspiracy theory.
I
First
think
conspiracy theory on Lower Your Voice.
Yes.
You heard it.
already episode 1, it's happening. I think the government knows.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
But I'm just upset that they haven't informed us yet. Because don't you think that's like a threat to like our national security? Like,
Yes, but look at how everybody has been responding to a pandemic. You think that they can handle that kind of information? Remember they tried to like drop that information in the beginning when like people were like starting to not worry about COVID. They're like aliens.
but nobody cared. People cared more about the damn murder wasps or the hornets, wherever the hell they were.
Where did they go?
They were here for like a hot second. I'm telling you.
And they were like, peace out, y'all are crazy.
Yes.
That's probably like the aliens.
People cared. Yeah, but people cared more. They dropped aliens and no one picked it up. No one.
I don't know. I think because there has to be something, right? Like there has to be something out there. Now, are they like green little aliens with like big black eyes? Like, I don't. I don't know, but there has to be something, right?
There's definitely something, but I don't know. It just really freaks me out. Sometimes I go outside in the backyard and I look up at the stars and I like really look at them and I'm like, wow. All these problems that I have in my life, they mean nothing.
Ooh, this is getting deep.
They mean nothing.
This is getting into motivational podcast.
Oh, God damn it. I said we weren't going to do that. Shit. You mean nothing, okay? Stop worrying about shit. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Nothing
it doesn't
matters.
matter. No.
It's freaking wild. Our society is like a bunch of gorillas running around screaming at each other. That's how I feel. After like COVID and everything. That's been going on.
It's just everybody yelling at each other.
Yeah.
And I I mean, I feel strongly about certain things, and I will definitely like voice my opinions. Hashtag SOS Kipa. But, but like people get like, they're so far to the left and so far to the right. There's no moderate, right?
Yeah.
Or I think there's more moderate people, but we lower our voice, I guess.
Yeah, we lower our moderate voice because we don't want to deal with the
You're
drama.
right. It is a whole bunch of gorillas just running around like animals.
Yeah.
And we have social media. We have a platform now to, put those ideas and shove it in everybody's faces. And we forgot what it was like to be like considerate.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think that the internet and social media was probably the worst thing that could have ever happened for a pandemic in general. I mean, you think about it, the last time something like this happened was over 100 years ago. So just the spreading of misinformation.
Yeah.
It's like wildfire.
And there's this like catch-22, right? Because social media has been amazing for so many things.
Mm-hmm.
And even just what we're able to do, like we're able to do this podcast as like two people who didn't really have a platform.
Right.
And now we can do something like this.
I need to be heard.
I need to be heard, right? The desperate need of being
attention.
A Latina little sister, like, no, pay attention to me. And it's been, I mean, and getting good information out there and putting, really hot topics out there and getting that conversation started. But then it also like has pinned people against each other.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Okay, can I tell you something crazy?
Yeah.
This person that I went to high school with, they posted on Facebook that they had like a barbecue at their house and their aunt or their grandma, we'll go with grandma because it's more dramatic,
Always dramatic with a grandma.
voted for the opposite president than they did. They kicked their grandma out mid-barbecue over this decision.
Poor granny.
Poor
Kicked
granny.
out.
Or aunt.
I'm going to go with granny. I picture a walker crying.
Exactly. We might as well say this also, a disclaimer. You're not coming here for the facts.
No.
So expect more stories like
Probably,
that.
maybe not.
Probably made things up. I start a lot of stories off with, I might be making this up, but I'm pretty sure this happened.
Yeah. Oh, I
might have dreamt it.
I might have dreamt it.
But
This
it felt
might be
real.
happening. Or I'll be telling a story and Brian will be like, that never happened. I was like, oh. I wanted to ask you, talking about social media, can we just do a PSA? We don't want to watch videos of you waking up. And
I know where you're going with this.
we know there's just,
She who shall not be named.
if you're, I'm just waking up.
We have a problem with people that constantly narrate to their Instagram stories.
Yes.
That's really what it comes down to.
Yes.
So you've all been asking about my work.
No one's been asking.
No one's asked. No one's asked.
No one's asked about your skincare routine. And if I do ask, just tell me privately.
Yeah.
Just tell me privately.
So listen, I do get that there are some people out there that people are asking. But usually those people have more than 500 followers and they're not private. So that's really what it comes down to. This is Trash Talk 101. I'm so sorry, guys. But
we're so good at this, though.
Yes, we are.
No, it's just speaking of social media, man. And it was just like, it just popping up all the time.
Did you see on my story where I was talking to the camera, even though nobody was asking?
Yes.
About Fitness Felicia?
Okay, is Fitness Felicia going to be a thing?
Okay, well, Felicia's a thing in general.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know...
Backstory on that. Tell the backstory on that.
I mean, there's really not a whole lot of backstory, but one of the things that I did want to talk about is, like, who are we? Because, I mean, we're not famous. We're not celebrities. So you don't already know who we are just yet. Maybe we'll become celebrities from this. Probably not, but...
You never know.
I mean, I'm a celebrity in my parents' eyes, and that's all that matters.
My family thinks I'm amazing.
There you go. So Felicia's just my alter ego. Like, when I'm mad about something or I'm really shitty, I've actually been known to change my email signature to Felicia when I'm sending out emails at work if like I mean business.
Yeah. Like if Alyssa wants something done, Felicia sent it.
Exactly. They know when they see the Felicia in the signature, they're like, oh shit. So just like things, that's just my nickname. So like my Roomba is named Felicia Bot. And it's just kind of like a little brand. So
it's her alter ego.
Yes. Yeah. But I do actually have a story. This is what our intern Anthony was starting to tell you on Saturday. And I said, be quiet. We got to save some things for the pod.
Intern Anthony is going to make an appearance at one point.
100%. He wants to really bad. He was like, so when am I going to be on the podcast? I'm like, bro, let's get through the first episode, you know? Like, relax. It's going to be okay. So after I got married, April 24th, I took a little hiatus from working out. You know, it happens. Mm-hmm. And then I decided, like, okay, it's time. My pants are starting to get really tight. I'm going to go to the gym.
Story of my life.
Yes. So that's the day that I posted about Fitness Felicia. But prior to that, like that weekend before, I had randomly like run into this like open gym thing at a store, like right next to the store I happened to be at. And they gave me a bunch of samples of like supplements and pre-workout and all this stuff. It's actually like that Ghost brand, you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah. I've had, you're going to say the flavor you got, but yeah. I had another, I think it was like gummy worm or something like that.
Yeah. They gave me the Warhead Sour Watermelon. Are you familiar with this one?
I haven't tried it, but it sounds intense.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you how intense it was. But I'm also going to start off with saying I have not taken pre-workout in like at least 3 years. Okay. It's been a long time.
It led to you going on Instagram stories and telling everybody.
Oh, I was cracked out of my mind. But prior to me being cracked out of my mind, so, you know, I'm responsible. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I open up the little packet and it says like, if you are not if you're not used to taking this, only do half a packet, whatever. I think I even did less than half a pack. So I was like, I'm going to be responsible, whatever.
You mean you didn't dry scoop it?
I didn't dry scoop. A lot of people love to do. I don't get it. Have you tried it?
I have.
Did you like it?
I thought I was cool. And then I saw other people dry scoop and I was like, you look like an idiot. And so then it's
not cool anymore. So I didn't dry scoop. I just put it in a bottle, shaker bottle.
I don't think there's any difference between dry scooping and just drinking it.
It's just a lack of water.
Yeah. And I need more water. So I'm going to mix it.
Yeah. So I drink it. The gym is like 7 minutes away from here. It's right on Gateway. And this shit hits quick. In 7 minutes.
In the car? Pre-workout in the car is the worst.
Yes. It was not fun. But I got to tell you, I don't think I've ever experienced a feeling like this. And I don't know, again, if it's because it's been so long. My ears lit on fire. Yeah. My hands are on fire.
Did you feel like needles everywhere?
It was needles and fire, but it was only like my entire ear and my hands. And it was so bad. Like it hurt so bad. I was grabbing my cold water bottle and putting it on my ears, like freaking out. And then all of a sudden, dude, my asshole was on fire. I was like sitting up in my seat trying to drive.
Did you even, like, was this before even working out?
Yes, it was literally in the 7-minute ride from my house to the gym.
Oh my, maybe I need to take that.
I mean, I was freaking out for a good, like, 3 minutes, and I totally finished the pack the next day. So, I will say the bump thing didn't happen the second time.
Okay, so the second time, no fiery asshole.
No fiery anything. It was just that one time.
I'm picturing you with, like, your head.
Shit. Yeah, I was freaking out.
I've taken pre-workout and then got stuck in traffic, which is legit the worst thing in the world. Like it needs to be a form, yes, a form of torture, because you're just sitting there and your like heart rate is going up. Like I'm starting to sweat. I'm literally sitting in traffic. My heart rate, sweat, needles everywhere. And I was like, and by the time I got to the gym, I was like exhausted.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is like the time lapse that you're supposed to, from the time you drink it to the time you're supposed to work out?
I mean, you can't see me right now, listeners. I'm not a fitness guru.
But you know things.
I do enjoy, I think I know things. I act like I know things. I mean, I would normally take it like if I was like getting ready to turn in. Like I'm getting ready to turn in. It's mixed, and I'm drinking it, and I try to drink like half while I'm walking in, and then finish half of it while.
Okay, so it's supposed to be
out.
like right before, literally like the name
for me.
Pre-workout.
Pre-workout, not pre-driving to your workout. But it just hit me faster. And it didn't matter what kind or anything like that. So I was doing it like literally in the parking lot and drinking the rest of it while I was working out. Because I made that one mistake of like, I'm going to drink it before.
I see a lot of people like drinking it while they're working out.
Yeah.
So I guess that does kind of make sense.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the benefits. I don't know the right way to do it. I'm sure we know people who would definitely correct us.
I really need to learn these things because I feel like there's 100 million supplements out there.
Yeah.
But like, what are you supposed to take to make you like, I don't know, what's the ideal combination of nutrients, supplements, pre-workouts, this and that for every individual? It's so stressful.
It is stressful. And then if you look up one, it's kind of like, it's like looking up if you want more information about the vaccine.
Right.
Like, it just depends on who you go to and what they're going to say. Some people say you don't need anything. Some people say you do. What protein you shake and no protein. And I mean, it just depends on what your outlook wants to be that day.
I don't know. It's really too much. Have you ever like dated somebody who drank a lot of protein? Really bad gas.
Well, when I was drinking the protein, I had really bad gas.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, not that I would go to the bathroom. I just had because the 12 listeners I know about my poop issues.
Who do we really think is going to listen to this? Really?
Definitely, my mom and dad, my sister, my tia Jackie. She FaceTimed me today.
I'm so proud of you about your podcast. I can't wait to listen to it. Just. How do I turn it on?
How do I listen? I don't know about that. All right, Thea. I got you. Don't hate me. She's going to yell at me now, by the way.
I'm the one who made fun of her, and I don't even know what she sounds like. Sorry. Sorry, Thea. I just assume that that's what you sound like because that's what my parents sound like. But they don't really. But either way, when I tell a story, that's the voice I make for them. Immediately.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah. I think our group of friends are definitely going to listen.
Yes. They're excited.
Husband and boyfriend, probably not.
Probably not. I asked Jeff that question. I said, so, are you proud of me? Are you going to listen to my podcast? He was like, probably not, maybe, yeah. And I was like, you just went through like a full spectrum of what you're going to do. So,
yeah.
So which one? He's like, do you know me? I've been listening to the same podcast for a year. I'm like, you don't even know where it is or how to pull it up. And maybe it wasn't a podcast that you vibed with.
Yeah. Well, Brian was like, oh, I tried to listen to one. That was like actually one of his friends. And he was like, and like they were interviewing his friend. And he was like, yeah, I got through like 15 minutes of it. And I was like, why? Was it like not good? Or he's like, no, it was good. He's like, it's just people talking. I'm like, yeah, but listen, it might be a benefit for us because that means that we can just talk about that. We can vent.
Yes.
Because, everybody's probably going to want to hear about that.
Yeah, but I feel like eventually someone's going to snitch that we're venting about them.
Because all of our listeners are snitches.
You know what they say about snitches.
Snitches get stitches.
Hell yeah.
We'll find you. I think that people that just want to like, I picture our podcast as kind of like what you put on when you're at work. We're going to be safe for work.
Yes. I hope so.
We never actually talked about that, but I think we're going to be safe for work that you can like put on. People are getting back to working in the office and, now you have that commute and when you just need a good laugh, maybe we'll do some TV recaps. We'll definitely have some debates. I had it on my list that we definitely still have to debate the sex life scene.
I know.
I didn't watch it. Don't worry, Mom and Dad. I didn't watch it except for the one scene.
Episode 3. 19 minutes in. Marie was here. She's like, I can't get over how fast you pulled it up. It was ready to go. How did you do that?
Like That's not even exaggerating. It was literally
3 seconds.
ready to go.
Well, it's because I had watched it previously before, so it was set to that point in the episode.
So there was a while that you believed it was real. There was a second that I believed it was real. And then some good points were brought to my attention.
So I believed it was real because I saw it on news articles. Obviously, I get my, information from reputable sources, Facebook,
Obviously.
Reddit. But in all honesty, I thought it was a legit news site that I saw that on, where it said they asked the actor the question, is it real? And he said, yeah, it's real. But I mean, if you have...
Were you going to deny it?
I know, that's what I was thinking. I was
Are you going to deny it? No.
At least say that it was his for a while to get some clout and get people's attention and a buzz going about him. And then, a couple months later, the news breaks that it was a prosthetic.
Yeah.
It's really bumming.
Which looks worse on him.
Yeah.
By the way.
Wait, did we confirm, did you show Brian it or did you not show it?
He refuses to watch it.
He refuses to watch it.
Yeah. I said, I don't want to watch the show. I just want you to see this one scene. I did make my friend Nate and Brittany, shout out Nate and Brittany, who actually, he's the one who sent me the article.
After he watched it, he had to know. He had to know.
So we pulled it up and we were literally what we were doing here in your house, playing it, pausing it. So the argument was that was given to me by our friend Renee was that you see how long it hangs. Is this safe for work?
Say what it is? We're talking about a penis. Just to be clear.
I thought that was implied.
I mean, I don't know.
So in the front view, it's almost hits the guy's knees.
Right.
It's very long.
Insanely long. Right.
And then he turns around and you can't see anything between his legs. So if it's there on the front, but not on the back, what happened?
He was also doing a weird pinched bum walk away. So I don't know. I just assumed maybe he was he's got to lean back a little bit because the thing is so long in the front. He don't throw his back out. He's got to balance himself appropriately.
No, there was, and there was, we were asking questions. We had a male in the room. So we were asking questions and he made up a good point that it doesn't really move.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very stiff, but not in the good way.
But I think that's how the big ones are in general.
I'm so sorry, Dad.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I don't think my dad will be listening to this. He probably doesn't even know what's happening. So maybe I'll just send him a different one.
Can we edit this differently for the? And I'll just send them a link and say, "This is it. This is how you listen to it." Somebody's definitely going to tell on me for that. But there was a huge debate going on between Alyssa and I actually didn't even know if this podcast was going to happen, if we could move past it.
Yeah, we were really upset with each other over it.
And I was right.
The jury is still out. I mean, it's just like anything else in life. There's so much misinformation out there. Well,
I think we can move past that. We can move past that argument.
More will be revealed one day. I'm going to hold it true that it is real until we get the actor to hold a press conference to admit it or not.
You think we can get him on the podcast?
I mean, we could try. Probably not.
Jeff and Brian would not allow that.
Probably not. After the look on Jeff's face when I showed him that clip, all the blood left his face.
Yeah.
He was very upset. And then we spent probably 20 minutes Googling the difference between growers and showers.
That's marriage right there. Marriage goals.
Marriage goals. Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah.
He's a good babe. Did you see the meme I put up on my Instagram story today? Did you see which one I'm talking about?
Yes, I did.
I can pull it up if you don't remember exactly what it was. So this meme I saw today said, spent hours assigning individual ringtones to everyone I know. And then fast forward to 2021, sets phone to silent and lets everything go to voicemail.
Yes.
So I found that so funny, not even because of the actual meme, but because of a certain person I know's voicemail that cracks me up. So I was literally dying laughing at 8 a.m, cracking up. You know when people are just funny without trying to be funny?
Yes.
They just do dumb shit?
Yeah.
So Anthony, our intern.
Could we are going to have a segment every episode just about intern Anthony.
Intern Anthony, he's the best.
He's going to love this shout out.
So back when we got him a cell phone, when he was like, I think he was 8, and he's like now 12. He doesn't know how to use a phone, right? Somehow he managed to record like a voicemail, and we thought it was like he was trying to do music, and I don't know, maybe he was just playing around with his phone. But if you call him right now, his voicemail is like this horrible audio of Pearl Jam, some Pearl Jam song playing in the car with Jeff driving. And then you just hear Jeff go, I gotta stop and get gas. I gotta stop and get gas.
I just wanna see. What do you got? I gotta stop and get gas.
Please record your message.
And this has been on his voicemail for years.
Does he know?
He knows, and he doesn't know how to take it off.
And you're not going to guide him in the right direction?
I think we tried at one point, but I honestly find it so hilarious that I just think it's worthy of staying on there.
Leaving. It's like when your grandparents ask you to help with their email, and you're just like, I'm just gonna let this ride. It's more entertainment. To watch
Grandparents are the best with stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Jeff and I have a running joke about his grandma, and she's like the best. Edith. She's literally 100 years old. You know that, right?
No.
The woman who stood up there at my wedding and gave that huge, long speech.
She's 100.
She's 100 years old. She's a legend. She plays board games with us. She tells us stories of like.
Loved her. I cried. Probably one of the hardest cries at your wedding was during the grandmother's speech, because I was like, oh my God, I miss my grandma. Like, it was like so no, but like she was so articulate. I did not know she was 100 years old.
100 years old. She lives by herself. She drives a car. She leases a car.
Hey, we need to have her on. She needs to go on Instagram stories because we're asking about her routine.
I want her on the podcast, and she'll do it too. She's like very personable. But anyway, she's got this thing about like Post-its. So there's this one Post-it in her bathroom that like when Jeff and I first started dating, it's still there. And that, mind you, that was 7 years ago. And it literally is about her cleaning lady to watch out and be careful of the wallpaper because there's like a little tiny scratch. So
she doesn't want it to get bigger.
She doesn't want it to get bigger, but she's got a huge Post-it on the wall for almost a decade.
Like that Post-it's gonna rip off that wallpaper before the cleaning lady.
Yes. And then there was another time that her doorbell stopped working, and she made a Post-it. She put a Post-it on it, and it meant to say "knock on door." She left the N out of knock, so it just said "cock on door." So that's one little thing that Jeff and I say to each other all the time. Cock on door.
Cock on door.
Just cock on door. I just spit. I'm sorry.
So when you come by, just cock on the door.
Just cock on the door.
Don't come in. Cock on the door.
Yeah. I'll post a picture of it. I have a picture of it.
Please post it.
We'll put it on the podcast Insta. Cock on door. Cock on door. I also told Jeff when she does pass, the only thing I want passed down to me is the Post-it in the bathroom.
Yes.
You have mine. I've claimed it.
Those are the things. I don't want the jewelry. I don't want the money.
I want the Post-it.
I want the Post-it.
It means way more to me.
Oh my God. That's amazing. I did not realize that she was like, would you want to live that long?
If I'm in good health and I'm living a quality life like she is, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't see why not. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have your mind and you're in a diaper and you're doing this and you're doing that and life is, like, really difficult on you, then you're going to be like one of those old people that's like, oh, you could kill me already, you know?
Yeah.
But that's not
I agree. I think about that. I'm like, oh, my God, do I want to live, like, that long? And then what if I am miserable, but I am living that long? Like, you can't take me to get euthanized. Like, what do you do?
I think there's actually a law now. I think it might have been in like the state of California. Again, you didn't come here for facts.
No facts here.
But I'm pretty sure there is a state or two where people can choose to end their life like in a medically safe way, like taking a dog to, get put down, for people that are like terminally ill, like really just have no quality of life, because otherwise you have no choice but to suffer through it. And the only option you have is to literally kill yourself in some like,
or you're like, supported by machines. And then what kind of life is that?
So
this got dark real quick.
got real dark. Sorry. And on that note, thank you. Thank you for joining us on our first episode of Lower Your Voice.
We're going to talk about everything. No, but this is our first episode. Okay. I think that it's going to be great.
I think so too.
Exactly. Well, we are super excited. We hope that you guys make it to episode 2.
Please make it to episode 2.
We bought a lot of equipment, guys.
Yes. We got to pay off the equipment. We're going to start selling shirts next week. Please be sure to buy shirts so we can upgrade our equipment because the shit's a little janky.
Yeah, we'll have merch. Merch soon. Please buy. All right, guys, we're super excited. We can't wait to give you more episodes.
Yes. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today, and we'll see you next week.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Lower Your Voice Pod and Facebook, Lower Your Voice Pod.
Bye.
Bye.